Welcome back here, everyone. Continuing my Week 5 previews and analysis. This preview is for the Sunday night game between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game will take place in New England. Cincinnati 3-0 coming in off their bye, and New England sits with a record of 2-2, probably the most controversial 2-2 in the league right now, just because of how bad they've looked in their losses and even in their wins as well. They sit at 2-2. Now, the one advantage that New England has is the division they're in. They're not in a very good division. They have time to get these woes right, but can they cure these ills? Like the offensive line, for instance, has played terribly, okay? They're not able to get much going in terms of a running game. I think it all reverts back to the fact that Tom Brady is getting later in his career. He needs good weapons on the outside, and he needs a good offensive line at this point in his career. I don't think the problem is Tom Brady. I think that when given time, he could still dismantle defenses, but when he doesn't have time, he's not elusive out of the pocket. He doesn't have wide receivers that get good enough separation. This is what you get. You get a team that's going to be inconsistent, and it's sort of like welcome to how the rest of the league has to live with their quarterback. I know it's probably a shock to the system of Patriots fans, but this is what the rest of the league has to deal with inconsistencies at quarterback, offensive line, and at times receiver. Just think the Patriots are now feeling some of those reverberations for themselves. Now, they welcome in this week the Bengals, who, look, the Bengals are one of the better teams in the AFC and one of the better teams in the NFL in my mind. They've won their first 3 games without having to rely too heavy on Andy Dalton. I think if you're the Patriots, you want to force Andy Dalton to be the reason this team wins or loses this game. If you look at Dalton, he's gotten great play from Gio Bernard out of the backfield, a lot of short passes to Gio Bernard turning into big plays for the first 3 games. How do the Patriots handle Bernard both out of the backfield as a runner and as a pass receiver is worth watching. But make the A.J. Green, Andy Dalton combo beat you. Let Darrelle Revis do his thing on A.J. Green and let everything take care of itself. If they can make this a higher scoring game where they put pressure on Andy Dalton being the reason the Bengals win or lose, to me that's the chance that the Patriots have in this game. But of course, to make that happen, the Patriots offense has to be able to hold up against the Bengals defensive line and front seven in particular. That's one of the best in football, coming off a bye, getting some of their guys who were banged up healthy. The Bengals secondary, a lot of veterans mixed with some younger guys. To me, the perfect mix, really. So, we'll see how they go into Foxborough. You have, New England coming off a loss, everyone doubting them at home in Foxborough in prime time. This is normally a game where Tom Brady and company come through in spades. I just don't look at this as being a vintage Patriots team. I don't know how they cure those offensive line woes, as I said before, in the 6 or 7 days they had to prepare for this game. And I think this is a bad matchup in particular against them. Again, against one of the more talented teams in the AFC and in the NFL as a whole. I like Cincinnati in this one. I'm not giving up on the Patriots. I'll believe they won't win the AFC East when I see it with Tom Brady at the quarterback position. But I like Cincinnati minus the 2.5 on the road in New England. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be previewing the Monday night game here either tonight or early tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.